Hello, hello, hello. Can anybody hear me? Things are looking decent on my end, but I'll have to look. Can anybody hear me? Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it's coming through. Hello and welcome to MADVENT. I actually started on time, despite the fact that I was really wrestling with the streaming software there for a sec, but it's all good. Quite proud of my setup, although it is fairly basic. Hi there. Already got people on the chat. Better than the last stream we did, which was actually a while ago. I'm not sure if the video is listed or not. I made like a highlights, but it was just like a fun little. I was going through my portfolio, and this was way back. This was 4 years ago, and I was going through my portfolio, and I was like updating all of the code, which was a very humbling experience because the code was not written very well because it was all written during game jams. So that should give you a good idea of how this is going to go. There's probably going to be about 15 minutes of preamble, maybe 10, and then we'll actually start on the challenge. I'm actually going to quickly get the Godot and such set up, and I mean, this isn't cheating, but I am going to actually create the project first. I hope everyone's having a great 4th of November. MADVENT. Okay. I'm going to ask you to choose a renderer, but I'm going to go forward plus. I might have automatically selected. No, I think it's okay. Oh. Okay. And let's get Visual Studio Code up. For those of you who are questioning why I use Visual Studio Code instead of regular Visual Studio, it's a free country is my answer, and also because for some reason Visual Studio really hates working with Godot, especially in C#. I'm sure I'll figure out why someday. Okay, well, maybe I can put that. Oh, and I switched to that. That's good. I forgot that I had the camera on. Classic. Probably looked very clueless. Oh. I know what that echo was. I think that was the camera. Hello there, Patrick. And Soheil. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Hey, it's Ollie. Hey, Ollie. Future guest star there. Getting in his brownie points. Okay. What am I screen? Don't want that. I would like. Oh. Okay, yeah. So, in case you haven't seen the promo, this is a stream where we're going to be essentially speedrunning game development for the next 25 days. I'm going to be doing it in 1 hour installments. My goal is to basically achieve as much as I can in every single hour and sort of pre-plan and sort of figure out what we're going to do. I've already got an idea for a game, and we'll sort of figure out as we go, or I'm not gonna spoil what it is, but it should be fairly evident by the second or third stream, I imagine. But today I'm just focusing on the basics and focusing on getting something where I can control a character, move a camera around, and sort of do that. I'm gonna do it as fast as possibly, which probably won't be as fast as I've done it before, because sometimes I just need to look up something for Godot. And I've tried to like practice and remember stuff, but it's having so many engines in your head, sometimes you get mixed up. But I'm pretty confident that I'm going to get some basic stuff done today, and then we're going to sort of look into how I want to implement the features of this game. I'm not really planning on ending up with something that's like releasable, not something with like a story or anything. It's really just prototyping, and then once there's some form of prototype done, I'm just going to speedline into getting something that's playable, and it's a game, has a beginning and an end, and whatever. There might be things that I don't get in. That's fine. That's okay. It's really just it's a journey. I've done quite a few game jams before. I've done about 20, and almost all of them are 48 hours or 72 hours. A few were a week long, and those were my favorite ones. So it's kind of the inspiration for this, because even those week long ones, I did not spend like the whole week doing it. I actually probably ended up spending about 48 hours or 72 hours, but it was spread along the time. I wasn't sort of doing it all, no sleep. And I think that sucks. That's actually the big reason why I haven't done a game jam in a few years, is especially when you sort of become an adult and you have a job. It's like you spend all week working, especially when you work in game development, and you spend 8 hours a day, Monday to Friday, in game development, and then you're like, oh, and now I have to sacrifice 48 hours of my time to making a game over the weekend, and just lose my entire weekend, and that sucks. So this is sort of me doing game jam style stuff, sort of trying to write a game as fast as possible, but without completely sacrificing my mental health. And also I thought it was fun because I'm turning 25, it's in 25 days, and then when I realized I could do one for like 25 days, I realized that was an advent, and then I thought of MADVENT, and then I realized literally seconds after posting the video that it was a Christ out, like, and I was comparing myself to Christ, and I was like, oh, that's not great, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Ooh. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Okay. I might reduce the resolution. God forbid. Okay, settings. See if I can actually do that. Yeah, let me know if you're getting buffering or like frame skips. I guess it'll be more apparent when we're actually doing it. Stream output. I cannot change it because video is currently active. Well, we'll see how it goes. It might be fine, to be fair. My Wi-Fi is pretty strong. But yeah, let me know if the voice is kind of not coming through very well. That'd be useful. I'm also going to make sure I turn off basically everything else that's using Wi-Fi. As you can hear, my keyboard and mouse are quite loud, so enjoy that. Okay. Yeah, and so the general rules are I can pre-plan stuff. I'm glad it's fine for everyone. That's good. Yeah, I can pre-plan stuff. I can I can do things in between streams. Maybe make art assets and stuff, because I just don't really want to waste time on that. And that's something that I can do just sort of in my free time, absent-mindedly. And yeah, sort of plan things ahead. I'm genuinely curious because it's like I've never done anything this short. Like the shortest I've ever done is 48 hours. And I do worry that I'm thinking back to a lot of those game jams, and some of them I did very little on the first day, and most of the work was on the second day. So it's not impossible, but also those games weren't great. Yeah, in fact, if you go on itch.io, you can very easily tell which of those games they are. I can't turn up the volume on the keyboard, unfortunately. I mean, I guess I could put the mic a little bit closer and, clackety, 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 clack. But oh yeah, I will not be making an MMO. That's ridiculous. But I I would be lying if I said that one of the features I had planned did not involve multiplayer in some way. Will I be able to add that? Oh, we're gonna see. So yeah, no, I don't know. I think that there are definitely some game jams where I have done 25 hours worth of work, but I've paced myself, I've taken breaks, and it's been spread over the course of a weekend. So that kind of gives me hope that we can get something decent done in this time. But it's really, you know, it's really down to the obstacles that come our way. Like you can plan things out a lot with this stuff, you know, with game development. And I can try and figure out, you know, a general schedule of how I'm going to implement all these features. But if something goes wrong, if I can't implement something the way I want, it's going to be considerably harder. Also, and this is probably the most important thing, while I will be trying to go as fast as possible to start off with, because I believe that's how a marathon is run. I believe Ollie once told me that specifically. He said, if you're ever running a marathon, run as fast as you can right at the beginning. And you know, it'll basically be done. No AI for me. That's not even a rule. That's just a principle of my life. I studied artificial intelligence at university, and I have no interest in giving that access to my code. So not for me. And also it's like, I mean, yeah, like for assets, no. And for code, honestly, it's not great for Godot. I hear anyway. Like apparently it's not great for GDScript because it's out of date, and then I assume for C#, other than some basic stuff, it'll be pretty bad. Which is, you know, understandable. So no AI for me. Again, I genuinely have made games in 25 hours. It really comes down to this is a little bit of a larger scope. It's a larger scope, but I'm also not planning on having a fully finished product. So I think that's sort of my edge, my benefit, on the competition, as it were. It's actually hilarious. I was also thinking about being like, hey, everyone should do this with me. And then I realized I was like, that's insane. Everyone would have to sync up time zones, and like, it's not really for me, but maybe next year. Maybe we'll do this, make this a yearly thing. It depends how well this goes. But yeah, thanks to everyone who's joined so far. This is all very exciting. It's good that we, you know, people want to see what happens. And I'm sure people will join as we go. I'm going to try and be entertaining, and sort of talk about what I'm doing and the steps I want to take. I will be on camera, so, you know, don't try not to make too much fun of my physical appearance. I know it is quite shocking, but yeah. All right, we'll see. We're coming up to the 15-minute mark, so I do have a timer. I guess I'll preliminary. Yeah, switch to Godot. Just to make sure. Yep. Hello. You've already seen me, but I have to look directly at the camera. That was actually, for that promo video, I do not envy the people that make YouTube blogs, because I realize now they have to memorize everything they say, because you can't. There's a few moments in the video you can see I'm like reading off the script, and then it's so obvious that I'm like, oh, you have to memorize everything. Okay, wait. There is an echo. How is that? Is that better? Is the echo gone? Waiting for a response. Can you backseat game when it's game development? Yeah, that's a question. Yes, mad face indeed. Is the camera still picking up audio? I think that some of the messages delayed. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm gonna start the timer. Very kind of nerve-wracking actually. It's like the first, what do I do first? Well, we're gonna figure it out. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, start. Oh, well, that didn't work. Start. There we go. Timer started. We want a 3D scene. Okay. Let's give it a little name. Let's just call it our main scene. Okay, and then we want to start with a character. Let's just regular node 3D. This will be our parent node. I'm going to call it player. And then we want to give player some things. So I'm pretty sure one of them is sphere. Oh god. And already it's like, I want collision. What's collision? Collision shape, right. It's a generic collision shape. Let's just call it sphere. And then I have to define the thing here. Sphere shape 3D. It's looking like a sphere. Looking a little nicer. Someone's got to improve that Godot UI. So this is Godot 4.2. It's the beta. Very exciting. This is complaining because it needs a collision. So it's going to do a collision. Okay. So I need to call you something like another child. Character body. Specialized for characters moved by script. Oh, but this also probably needs to be the parent. Okay, well, that's fine for now. I'll just call this player body. We'll see if I can make it the full thing for now. Okay, that's good for now. I'm also going to very quickly add we want a rigid body, I assume. Yes. Rigid body 3D. I'll call you floor. Give it some collision. Collision shape. This one needs to be a plane of some kind. We could go for a box, I guess. I don't feel like there was one that was a plane. Never mind. There we go. Make it very small. Move it a little bit down. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, fine. Can I just open you up and then... Oh, here we go. Let's make you 20 by 20. And we should also probably give you something, a mesh instance. There we go. Make the mesh, the box mesh. Same box as before. 20, 20, 0.01, whatever it was. Why is this position weird? Is it in transform? Yes, it is. This should be 0 then. 0. Okay. Oh yeah, I should make this 0.0. That might be actually a little bit too small, but we'll see. Alright, and then move this down. Okay, and then also we should probably give the player a mesh instance as well. Oh man, the steps just to get something better. So yeah, our player is going to be a sphere for now. I'm actually going to touch it here. And might remain a sphere for the majority of this. We'll see if I can add something a little fun. Why is that so small? That's tiny. Oh, look at these transforms. Scale is normal there. Probably normal scale. That's so weird. Fair enough. I guess I'll just... Oh, my days. What the... let's get you out of the play body. That's clearly running something up. Maybe your transform is weird? No. What the hell? Maybe I'm just not noticing that they're the same. Oh, they are. Okay, I guess I was just zoomed in too far. Right, it's kind of hard because the gizmo also looks like a sphere. That's annoying. But anyway, now we got a player. Maybe to be a little bit, just a little bit extra. Let's give it a material. Because why wouldn't we? So we're gonna have to check the chat periodically. Okay, yeah. All right, we're coming up to the 5-minute mark, and we're already doing okay. Surface material override, new standard material. Literally just gonna be like, hey, albedo color red. There we go. Now we can always tell where this guy is. Now, let us try playing. Yeah, select current. Obviously, I want to select current. Main. There's no camera in the scene. Just realized. Okay, that's fine. Fun mistake to make. Camera 3D. Let's move you out. I like the preview. Oh, it shows me that kind of preview. Okay, that's fine. Play. Okay, that's weird. I guess this is a rigid body. It needs to be oh wait, the floor, this. Wait. Physics body, access lock. Don't want that. Mass distribution. That's strange. Should have a maybe rigid body was the wrong thing. I forget if there's an easy way to convert nodes. I'll try change type. There we go. Okay. Physics. That's annoying. Body. Static body. There we go. Okay. And then you're back to yourself, but you are not connected, so this does need to go there. And then this should probably just be called player, because it needs to be the root node. And move you out. Of course, you rename yourself. Yes, I want to delete the node player. Okay, so mistakes made, but now, hopefully... Nope, something's still wrong. You're fine. Character body. Motion mode. Floating? Now what? Oh, I don't like... You know what? I'm not even going to bother with the... I'm going to change tab again, because I would rather just have it be a rigid body. Because I'm going to be working with some pretty complex physics in this, I think. How about now? Hey! Okay. Hooray. It worked. I don't like how there's like a weird default lightning, but I guess I'll add a light. These are all just basic setup things. So we're going to be doing code probably for the rest of this video. On the light, directional light, there we go. Let's do the rotation. That's pretty good. I'm just going to like move you way over here because I don't want to think about you. Okay. Oh, God. Do I have to cast shadows? Boop. There we go. Huzzah. Okay, great. So that works now. Go on your main camera. See, this is why I never type in my tutorials, because it's just too embarrassing. Too embarrassing to see all my mistakes. Okay, so now we have all of the setup. I'm going to create an empty node. Yeah, no, empty node. Oh, actually, no, I'll do a node 3D because we might want to be able to get no, empty node. I'm going to call this player movement. This is pretty much the same way that you might make components in Unity. We could create a new script. Perfect player movement. Oh, nuts. I did the wrong thing. I made a GD script, but I want to do this in C#. New script. There we go. C#. Player movement.cs. Here it's node. Gonna just create that. I guess delete this. Remove. Okay, and then hopefully when I open this up. Okay, can everyone see the code? Is that working well? Oh, hasn't switched because it's now a different project. Okay, that's fine. Just really quickly. In fact, I'm actually gonna stop the clock because I need to quickly change something with the scene switcher. You. And then Visual Studio Code. Oh, so I have to do the exact name. Maybe it just needs to do. Oh, maybe I can just switch it to the. Okay, add. Oh wait, no. I do that and then code capture. Okay, then close. Will this now switch to the code? No. Why not? Nuts. Okay, fine. That's fine. Menu. Let's go with Okay. You should work fine. Oh, no. Okay. I don't want to have to keep switching it manually every single time. So now, did that work? Nope, not quite. Almost there though. Just needs to be this. Okay, can everyone see this now? I'm going to assume yes, and it's coming through. Yeah, and also tell me if there's any chunkiness with the video or anything. Oh, Erdl says darkness. Also, hello, Erdl. Okay, oh, I'm hearing some yaps. Cool. Okay, so we can now do stuff in here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do some preliminary work. So, oh, cool. No, don't automatically format. That would be really annoying if you did that. Public vector 2, 3 even. Convert input to axis. Oh. And it's going to take a parameter vector 2 input, vector 3 forward, vector 3 up. That's fine. And this is going to be really simple. It's basically just going to be vector 3 right equals forward cross up. So it's a cross product to get the right vector, and then return forward times input dot y plus right times inputs dot x. And even though I do know my bob mass or bit mass, however you want to say it, I like putting things in brackets. Brackets are safe. Brackets are fun. Okay, and this is just a little thing. It's basically so that I can just give it any input, and then once we've got some sort of axis of movement, so most specifically this is going to be used when I want to have the character's movement change depending on the camera. It's going to be pretty sort of simple from there. I probably won't use it initially. I also want public vector 2 clamp input. Well, I guess normalize input actually is better. And I'm going to this is going to evolve because normalizing input is actually not as simple as you might think it is. But if input dots, oh god, what's your deal? Public that? Yeah, I'm aware of that, but yeah. And distance isn't going to work. And I can go to all the definitions, which is very useful. X, 0, this is not useful, don't want that. Absolute is almost normalized. Also I want length squared, there we go. Back to player movement. Let me know if things aren't showing up. Input.length squared, oh now you show up. That is more than 1.f. Then return input dot normalized. Else it will just return the input. It's just a way of keeping our input nice and normalized. It means that when we move diagonally, especially with keyboards where that will equal 1, 1, you're not suddenly moving faster. Okay, yeah, so we do actually need to switch back to Godot. Just gonna make sure that's working. Of course it's not. Why are you not working? Okay, I'm gonna, oh god. I actually hadn't redone the timer. That's fine. I did it a couple of minutes. Let's go 4.2. All good. Okay, how is my automatic scene switcher still being weird? Is it called something else now? Of course it is. Yeah, I need to get a better scene switcher because that is not working. Okay, that switched. Great. Let's go back to main. Why am I 2D or 3D? Okay. So I've got these things, and now I want in the project. Is there? That would be project. Project settings, input map. Here we go. So I want to add a new action. That's my name for the events. We'll go call this horizontal. Pretty sure dead zone, whatever. Oh, dead zone's actually probably gonna be around 0. Maybe 0.1. Listen for inputs. It's gonna be W. Yeah, that's fine. Physical W. Oh, I can't give it a value. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's changing the dead zone. Okay, fine. Then we're going to rename this to up. Just create a bunch of new actions. Down, left, right. And then let's add, so down is that. Left is A, right is D. Was, or wasad in this case. Okay, so input map. Yeah, Ruble is actually not needed attention yet, so I'm actually quite lucky that we haven't had to pause the timer. But okay, and then that's switching normally now. What? Okay, I have to save it in order to. Ugh, so bad. I'll figure that out another time. I'll just make sure that it's switching when we need to switch. So we've now got the input. I just have to like listen out for it, which I believe I've got some code already. Examples, keyboard events. Oh, I don't want that one. Capturing actions. Here we go. C# looks like this. Oh, and of course, didn't format correctly. Go if add event is action pressed up. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna make a bunch of booleans. Oh, that's awful. No, make a bunch of vector 2s. Private vector 2 up. Oh. Vector 2 dot 0. Okay. Really? Doesn't let me duplicate? That's weird. Okay, up, down, left, right. It's actually weirdly more progress than I thought I would get in just under 50 minutes, but that is a good sign. So, okay, we've got these vectors, and so if up is not that, up equals vector 2. Curious what are the options here. Is action pressed and released? That is perfect. Yeah, no, okay. Pressed up equals 0, 1. Else if event dot is action pressed. This is not going to be the most efficient code. Oh, I just realized this needs to be released. Up equals vector 2.0. Probably should have built what we already made, but that's fine. Okay, now I just need to copy this for the 4 other inputs. You might be thinking, why did I do that? Why did I store it in such a weird way? It's literally just to more easily do the code later because I really don't want to think about inputs right now, and I'll clean it up at another time. Famous last words. I also made a whole other thing that I didn't need. Okay, then this needs to be down, left. I can only imagine the amount of backseat code reviewing that's happening. Okay, up, down, left, right, these are all sets. They're all 0. Oh, I need to change these values. So down is going to be minus on the x-axis, left is going to be minus. I really hope that ends up being right, but we'll see, I guess. And that's positive on the x-axis. Okay. And then literally, when we're doing process, we just have vector2 and input equals up plus down plus left plus right. And then input equals normalize input with itself as a parameter. Okay, and then that will give us some semblance of the sort of input vector that we want to move the player in. Now, yeah. So I'm gonna minimize this and hopefully not have to open that for a while. I don't like this collection of things over here, but what are you gonna do? Realistically, I could have set it to 0 at the beginning of this, or collected something. I probably don't need to listen for events. But right now I need to get this working, so I'm doing what I know. Now private node 3D player. Actually, we'll make it a rigid body because we will probably need to add some physics. Okay, and then player equals get owner. Oh, perfect. I can just do that, and I assume I can just put in rigid body 3D. Oh, 3D. That just should hopefully work. Oh yeah, debugging is also something I have to figure out because getting debugging to work in I could do vector2.up and vector2.down. Oh well. Okay. If I switch that, okay, yeah. I don't know if the code was showing before, but that's what I wrote. Just a bunch of nonsense. So we normalize input. We've got the player as a rigid body. Can I just literally do player dot add velocity? Oh, linear velocity set axis velocity. What does that mean? Sets an axis velocity. Velocity in a given vector axis would be set as a given vector length. Right. That's not what I want. Force. Apply force. Well, apply constant force. Oh, that's fun. That's something that you can't do in the old Unity, or maybe you can, but you have to set it up yourself. Okay, so apply force. What parameters do we need for this? Vector 3. Oh, and a position which isn't necessary. Okay, well that's fine. Let's just try input. No, that's silly. Let's do convert input to axis, and then we've got the input, and then for forward we'll literally do vector3.forward and vector3.up. Okay, so it's saying we have a ton of errors, which I'm not happy with. Vector2 is ambiguous system.numerics. Well, oh. Well, then why are we including system.numerics? Oh, and now you just work? I mean, it still says you got 4 errors, but I guess we'll, oh wait, move that over here. Non-invocable, oh, I forgot my news. Oh, I should have done vector2.up. Oh, I hate it when Erdl's right. Sorry, Erdl. It's like, why am I refactoring code that I will refactor later? Because if it goes wrong, Actually, this is less likely to go wrong, to be fair. Like, I'm literally doing the ones that are set up. I probably could have made some sort of one-line solution to that. Okay, player, apply force. And then we need some kind of force thing. So let's do public int float. Movement force. Oh god, I'm mixing up cases, but that's fine. Equals 20 f. Let me input times movement force. And let me very quickly export. How do I export? Right. C# exports. Here we go. I just have to put the little classifier. So up here, just need a little identifier. Export. Perfecto. Okay, and then we just go in here and we build it. Build. Wait for the errors to pour in. If there are no errors, then I'm officially amazing. But well, this was a different thing, so output. Here we go. 0 warning, 0 errors. Nice. If this works, that would be crazy. Nice. It does not work. That's exactly what you want. Okay, let's have a look at what's happening. You're fine. You're fine. Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go. So I don't have this debugger set up yet. I could try this. C# is that gonna work? You probably won't be able to see it if it does. Oh no, you probably can't see the game at all. Okay, that's fine. I can fix that. Does schedule have ADHD? Oh well, okay. Well, I mean, no, I just make videos when I feel like it. Object reference not instead. A classic. A classic. Player offline. So player. All right. So player has not been set. That's good. That's a good sign. Because I guess the owner of this isn't Original Body 3D, but it is. So that doesn't make sense. Oh, maybe it's the owner of this. Oh, that didn't seem to enjoy that. This dot. No, wait. So this is a node. What's your problem? No overload. Okay, get owner. Oh, right, because it is. Well, then what the hell's the problem? Virtual Body 3D. When saving node. There's literally not one problem with this. I mean, there definitely is. Yeah, apply force. Player set. Oh boy. Okay, well then fine. For now, we'll make this public and I'll export it and we'll just set it in the editor and I'll figure out what the problem is with that another time. So we don't need this. So yes. Oh, that's so annoying that it won't let me capture the game. I wish it would have something that ran the game in the actual thing. I guess I could have a look quickly. No, you guys can't see anything. That sucks. It's pretty basic, but I'll get it working once it's working. So I'll pause the timer then. Okay, we're coming up to 30 minutes. So I was hoping to be a little bit further than this. Collision. No, I need to go to the actual. Okay, yeah, no, it's here. And then I need to assign that to player. Okay. Probably need to build again. Oh no, it goes built automatically. Okay, that was very good. So I'm gonna play, and then I'm gonna quickly go on stream, and this will be part of the Godot capture. Add another window capture, new one. literally just, I wonder if this is actually live editing. This one. Okay. I guess I'll just like nicely move it in there. Can everyone now see the game? Oh. What's the properties? Can I have it so that, oh, that's good. Okay, good. You can see it. Capture cursor, capture method. Okay, well, I'll quickly show off what the game currently looks like. I press forward, it goes the other way. Go back, goes that way. Right does go right, and left does go left. Oh no, okay. This is fine. This is genuinely fine because I need to apply it in space anyway. But that's a good sign. I'm gonna add some drag in a sec, but first, when I close that, is there a big? Okay, no, that seems fine. So. We're back to code, and what we want to do is, so that worked, which is still baffling that the owner thing didn't work. So the next step is doing it for the camera. So I guess I'll also do this. I'm going to detect the camera automatically. Can't do that just yet. Camera 3D, and I'm going to call that camera. And don't need to do anything ready, but I do need to calculate the forward direction from the camera. And the way I'm going to do that is we're going to take the camera's actual forward direction. So camera.transform.basis forward. That's axis. Oh, maybe I can just get access from that. No. Scaled, rotated, looking at. Not any of these is what I want. Origin. I'm pretty sure basis is what the basis is the rotation, so that's how we're gonna figure out. Ooh, column 0. That sounds nice. Ooh, and rows as well. Oh, curious. I think the X is actually a vector? Yes. Okay. So we want Y, or is Y up? Oh, right. No, okay, Y is right. No, wait. Z. Okay, so this is the forward vector that we want, but we want to flatten it. So I'm going to just be like vector 3, direction to flatten. Also, very sorry if you can hear fireworks in the background. People just love to set off fireworks this time of the year. I can't remember why. Some sort of nursery rhyme that I can't remember. Did they just add? They just added system pneumatic. Oh my word! Oh my word! Visual Studio Code. It's a nightmare. Okay. Direction, and then we're gonna flatten it. We're gonna make direction dot y equals 0, and direction dot normalize. Oh, direction equals direction dot normalized, I guess. So that just basically means that when the camera's like pointed down or whatever, the forward direction is still along the plane of the character. Although we'll need to do something. We'll need to flatten it a different way later, as you'll see. And then the up direction. In this case, I mean, it will just probably be, it'll just be the up direction of the thing. So let's move this to direction and move this to camera.transform.basis.y. I'm going to quickly look in the chat to see if someone's pointed a mistake I've made. Same way it sounds like distant gunfire. Gee, yeah, well, you know, it's London. Get parent. Yeah, I guess won't get parent and get owner the same. Who knows? Okay, well, I'm also going to quickly look at how many people we've got on stream real quick. Because I definitely have time for this. Okay, hey, we got a pretty healthy number of people. Okay, cool. So we're coming over to the 30-minute mark on the first hour, and we have hopefully some working code. So can everyone see that? That seems really zoomed in. Why is that? What happened? What? Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Properties. Right. Then this needs to match title. Exactly. There we go. Maybe we should capture the screen. I don't have a multi-display setup, and there are things that I don't want to risk anything, you know. Okay, can everyone see that on the stream? Yeah, let's just move this to the right place. Cool. Oh wait, no. Oh, well, we're getting a lot of things on the debugger. Oh, that's because I haven't set the camera yet. Fun times. Okay, how about now? At the 30-minute mark. Okay, making sure it's showing up. It is showing up. Oh, it's so close. It's so close, but the axis is wrong, and I'm realizing now it's probably because, oh boy, the cross product is giving us something that we don't want, which is annoying because I did want to figure out the cross product automatically. I guess put a minus in there for now, and then we'll figure out as we go along. Sometimes you just got to do little quick fixes, you know. And so again. Okay. Well, now it is actually working in the direction. So, hey, we've got some movement. That's exactly what I wanted. Obviously, there's no drag. That's probably next thing. Next thing is drag. So, we want to do a thing where we want to apply this force, but probably not only when... Oh, actually, no. Keep the input. Oh, my days. Oh, my word. Okay. Keep the input as is. But then we'll figure out... I'll hard code a dead zone for now. So input dot get distance squared. What isn't that? Oh, length squared. Oh my days. Is more than 0.01. Maybe 0.01 is probably decent. And then we'll put all of this code in there. What's up with the formatting of this? It's a nightmare. Okay. Otherwise, so now we want to add some basic drag that will basically apply a force to our player in the direction that they're traveling. So, well, against the direction they're traveling, actually. So it should be pretty simple. We just do player dot linear velocity minus, and then we'll give ourselves a drag coefficient up here. I always forget what is a decent drag coefficient, but I think 0.2 should suffice. Which is that? Times drag coefficient. Okay. Let's see how we get on with this. I don't know why I feel the need to build before I play. I should just work with the build. The fact that we haven't had any build errors, oh my word, the last project I was working with. Ooh, okay, that's either a very slow drag coefficient. Let's change it to 5, I guess. It might need to be done delta time. Oh, I realize it affects the this, but okay, well it's a good sign for now, but we also need to make sure it only works along the axes that we're doing. So we also infinitely speed up, which isn't good. We want to make sure there's a max speed. We don't snap very well. I am going to leave that just for now because I want to focus on jumping and camera control, and I want to get that done before the end of this thing. And then fine-tuning the movement will probably be tomorrow. Oh my word, doing this every day. I hope this hasn't been too boring so far, but thank you so much for everyone who's sticking around. So this is the code. And I said jumping in camera follow. So we want to make a new thing for camera follow. I'm going to do the same thing again. So treating it like a component. Add a new script. This is in C#. Oh, I forgot to name it, but that's fine. Camera follow. I'm just not going to take any risks, I guess, this time. So I want an exported variable. I want it to be a any node 3D and follow target. Okay, and then that will hopefully, exist. I could put checks everywhere, but I guess in this case I probably will. If follow target does not equal null. Well, I think this works. That doesn't like that. So if that's not a reference to nothing, then we want to essentially move it. I'm gonna put one here as well. Oh, that one was very loud. Though actually, I'm not gonna calculate the offset to begin with. I'm actually gonna do another exported variable, float camera distance, and it's gonna be probably equals 10f. Do in C#. Can you do? So you can't do that. You can do that in C++, and it's amazing because these zeros. What's the point of them? What is the point? I mean, okay, fine, you could do that, but which I don't think you could do in C++. So it is actually better, but I don't know why. The little dot just it looks nice. It reminds me that it's a floating point number, even though I could just look at this and be like it's a floating point number. Anyway, so process follow target camera distance. We want to be a certain distance away from the thing. But the problem is, well, no, we always want to be okay. So we need to get a target position, and then we have a current position. So I think transform. Oh right, no, we also need the camera. That's why I need the export, because camera. I guess actually in this case it should be a camera 3D. Okay. So if camera does not equal null and follow target does not equal null. Okay, so we need to figure out the position that we want the camera to be in. So I guess I'll create a private. It's gonna be public. I don't think it matters. In this case, vector 3 offset. I'll just define it right now. New vector 3. 0, 0, minus 10. So this is gonna be the offset that we always be from the camera. Oh, that doesn't really work. Okay, now I guess we'll. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna move this offset around. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So first things first. Do we have a vector 3.lerp? Of course we don't. Is it math.lerp? Geometry dot. That's not helping, is it? Anyone in the chat want to help? .0f. I'm still on the code. Good. Okay. Then I guess I'm looking up if there's a lerp function in Godot. If it's slurp, then well, no, that's not what I want. Godot lerp interpolation. Oh yeah, it literally has a. Oh, I see you. I think you just. I think you literally. You get the thing that you want. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Vector 3, camera, cam position, camera dot transform dot position. Nope, location. Nope. What? Seriously? Oh, origin. I do understand that, but still. Okay. And then we want our intended place, which is target pos, which is going to be the follow target dot transform dot origin, but it's going to be plus our fun little offset. And then camera dot transform dot origin equals campos dot lerp. Yep, and then lerp it to the target position by delta, that's our time frame, times 0.5. That, oh, I forgot that Godot uses doubles for everything. That's fine. Oh, but this actually doesn't, this does need to be a float. Well, what do you want from me then? Like, that? That seems just pointless, but okay. Cannot modify, no, it's not a variable. Oh, right, I need to do camera dot set origin. Position? Didn't think so. Location? No. What's your deal? Transform? I mean, it can be set something. Really? Oh my days. That's a field. Is the chat? No. Okay. Why am I forgetting? No, it must be something in the transform. But there's no set. Interpolate origin. Rotated this to string. Cannot modify the return value of. Oh, is it one? Oh my word! Is it one of those transform 3D cam t equals camera dot transform cam t dot origin equals that, and then camera dot transform equals cam t. Anyone who tells me that C# is a superior language, they just make me irrationally angry, and I don't know why. Okay, so this should sort of slowly lerp to the place. It's -10. This should theoretically work, but we are going to have to see it in action, I think. Which is fine. That's totally fine. Let's go back to Godot. Let's play it. Let's see what goes down. Nope, because it's missing all of the things it needs. It needs this camera, and it needs this player. Okay, let's give it a go. So I think it's gone the wrong way. Is it going to slow down? Doesn't seem like it wants to slow down. Let's give it another go with that. Okay, that seems very promising. I mean, it's a bit slow, but yeah, very slow, but that's still fine. I can go here and I can make that 5. Let's try that again. That seems better. Okay, so it's sort of moving around now. Now I want to be able to rotate the camera. So that is going to be project settings, another input map, I think, mouse X. Oh wait, I don't want to do this. Mouse. Oh, that's curious. Does not want to suggest mouse thumb. So this is only mouse buttons, so that must be a separate thing of input. Make sure I get that. Godot mouse input. We are 3/4 of the way through, and we almost have a fully functioning camera system. So this is basically everything I wanted to get. Mouse and input coordinates. That is not really what I wanted. There is get viewpoint dot get mouse position. Kind of hope that's not. Maybe mouse delta. Or is it actually going to be, I have to calculate it, which... okay, yeah, no. Input event mouse motion. Okay, so we do have to go back. Oh, wait, no, we don't, because it's going to be a different thing now, so... Hopefully this is still supported. Okay, hopefully everyone can see this. Yep. I'm very paranoid about this because last time I did a stream, it just wouldn't switch, like, ever. And there was like 30 minutes where I would just not like be showing the code, which sucked. Uh-oh. Rubel has entered the building. Is he going to jump up? Is the question. Is mouse? Nope. Accumulate device. Kind of hoping for a pressed property resource set. Really? Is there nothing? Trying to remember how to cast it. So literally, no, that doesn't make sense. Well, I mean, this is a very basic cast. Theoretically, it's safe though. This is relative. Aha, relative. Here we go. Okay, and then we'll just want a vector2 private vector2 mouse motion equals vector2 dot 0. This could go really badly, but we'll see. Okay, now we have the mouse motion. Should be a matter of oh, I guess I'll move this like this. And see, here's the clincher. Should I do well, the county looking at? Oh man. Copy of the transform rotated such that the forward axis points towards. Oh, okay, so I can do cam t equals cam t dot looking at, and then I can give it a vector, yeah, a target. So that will be target. Oh, I guess follow target. Dot transform. That's not what I wanted. Dot origin. Okay. Of course, that will look a little strange. Oh, I guess I could camT dot basis dot equals basis. Is there an easy way to construct it? Oh, I need to do new. I can give it quaternion, nothing, an axis and angle. That's exactly what I want. I guess I could try. Oh, that sucks. Oh no, I can do minus offset. And then I guess camT dot. What do we basis? Y cam t dot basis. This is basically so it always looks at the camera. We could set up a spring system and do this a lot easier, but I want the camera to be really freeform in this game. So the basis, that should work, but I'm actually going to test that out first. So mouse motion shouldn't change. That should be fine. This should all work pretty nicely. We'll alter the offset up here probably. Okay, let's build. We've got 10 minutes left. Hopefully we can just finalize this last bit. Oh, we've got a major error. Why have we got a major error? Errors, det equals 0. Oh, that's something to do with the basis. So that didn't work. We can't create. Oh, they probably all need to be. They all need to be orthogonal. That makes sense. I mean, oh, or maybe normalized. That could work. Nope, still lots of errors. Okay, so that didn't work the way I wanted to. I will just have a look at, but actually that's going to be fine. Cam t equals cam t. Come on, cam t dot looking at, and then follow target dot transform dot origin. And it'll look a little weird in some cases, but I guess it should be fine. Okay, now we want to rotate the vector. So I'm guessing there's another vector 3 rotate. No, why would there be? We probably need to actually multiply it by a certain basis. That's fine. Offset equals offset times new basis. Oh wait, can I just do new quaternion? Okay, but you gotta remember your quaternions should be like this. Times offset. Can I just give this an angle and axis? Okay, I can give it a basis, axis angle, perfect. Okay, the axis is vector 3 dot up. The angle is going to be mouse motion dot x. I'm very curious to see what this does. This could go really wrong or really great, so let's give it a go. Keep my mouse very still. Oh! So it went really wrong. But you know, this is part of the fun of game development. So, oh, up is up. Is it just is it meant to be reversed? I didn't think it was. I guess other things are weird. Okay, back to Godot. It could have just been really. No, you are also having a real bad time. Offset should just be rotating. Attribution. Don't really see the problem. Let's just make this the sensitivity way down. Oh. Oh, okay, I guess it was just not having a very fun time. Wait, why is the camera moving as well? Oh wait, because oh, I already set that. I did. Okay, and then last but not least, same thing. You always want to be rotating. Oh, I guess we'll just do it via the camera. Ooh, that could go really badly. I mean, it's gonna mess up. It is 100%. Cannot stress this enough. Going to mess up. But what's really the worst that can happen? You know, basis.x, mouse y. This will not look very nice, but again, it really is just about getting that basic functionality. And it's like I want smooth results. And maybe in the last 5 minutes we can do jumping. Hello, can everybody see that? Oh, that was weird. Oh, it doesn't like it when I go off. Okay, that's probably why. Right, yes, of course, the as. Okay, but hello, look at that beauty. So I guess when it goes, oh, when I click off, it goes weird. But that is actually a pretty smooth camera system. And then I'm pretty sure I can, yeah, I can move around. We've got the basis of movement. I actually was not 100% sure I get this done in the first hour. There is definitely more to be do. I need to dampen some of it. And yeah, it's probably a bit too smooth, but it might just work honestly for the next few videos. We'll see. Oh, of course it's going weird when that happens. That's fine. Let's just really quickly do jumping. Oh, we need to fix the gravity because currently it is, so it has drag, but the drag is also affecting the vertical motion. We need to completely eliminate that for now. Convert input access movement force. Oh, this is this one. Okay, the linear velocity. I guess we just flatten it. We just do vector 3 flatten velocity equals minus player dot linear velocity. You probably can't see it because it seems to take a while for the actual gameplay to go up, but yeah. Equals that flatten velocity dot y equals 0. So now there won't be any vertical drag, which is fine. Again, for now, this definitely, a lot of this needs to be refactored, but we're going to make it work for our purposes. I guess I'll call it drag. I guess I could keep the drag because, I mean, you don't really want infinite drag on gravity, but for now, I think it's okay. Okay, perfect. So that's going to let it fall. And then we just literally want, oh my word. If event is, oh, I have 4 minutes. This is down to the wire, but it is actually very fun. Okay, jump. And then I'll have a boolean here, I guess, private bool, jump pressed equals false. So if we press the jump button, jump pressed becomes true. And then outside of this, if jump pressed, first thing we want to do is make sure jump pressed is false. So it can only be called once for 1 frame. There's something wrong with that, but I can't think of what it is in the right now. Set axis velocity. Set axis velocity. The velocity in the given vector axis will be set to a given vector length. This is useful for jumping behavior. I think this just works. I think I just do vector 3.up times, let's make it like 5. Okay. Okay, so the drag problem is solved. Oh, I didn't make that. I didn't make the action. Oh, I've got 3 minutes. Okay, project settings, input. Create new action, jump. Add an input to it. It's going to be looking for the space bar. Close. Play. Come on, let's do it. Less than 2 minutes. It works. It's a very basic jump functionality, but that is movement done in less than 1 hour. Oh, you can jump infinite times. That's fine. That is more than okay. I like flying personally. Yeah, you can tell that it's gone a little wobbly, and it will do that when you move it, when you rotate it while moving around. But for now, this is I mean, maybe a little bit of motion sickness, but this is actually going to do very nicely. I did want to add a no clip mode. That's not gonna be enough. I can't do that in under a minute. But that is the first hour of MADVENT. It's about to end, and I shouldn't really be wasting the minutes. I guess we can quickly look over the code, see if there's anything to quickly optimize right now. That's fine. I mean, like, yeah, so much of this I would like to change a bit, but not too much. This convert input access worked pretty well. The cross products, I could have sworn this would give us different results, but I guess it's fine. Yeah, I don't really understand. I mean, I'm sure there's some angle thing. I should probably check it to see if you're pointing the other way, it doesn't work. Normalize input, jump press, that still works fine. Obviously, we can add some grounded stuff. And yeah, I don't know why the export things. I'm going to do some experiments to see where this happened, probably tomorrow morning. But that is genuinely not sure if I've ever managed to do that under an hour. Like, it doesn't seem like a crazy amount. But what you have to understand is, like, I mean, oh, stop the clock. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no. Like, I really like Godot. I've really enjoyed working with Godot over the last however long. But I haven't, I don't know. I'm still like learning familiarity. I'm still trying to unlearn things I've learned from Unity, and also like other just engines I've worked with over the years, like Unreal. There was definitely a lot of times I was like, oh, location, it's not position. And that's fine. Like, everything's a learning process. It's all familiarity. It's not like I'm never going to use Unity again in my life. I can still use it very well. And if I ever, for some crazy reason in the future of my career, need to use it for a job, you know, if it's someone else's decision to use it, I understand that. And there are still things that Unity does really well. I'm not going to rant about Unity here because that would take forever. But yeah. I'll give a cursory. I mean, I think most of the comments are Erdl, which is like, cheers Erdl. I hope you're here every stream because you're my fave. For those who don't know, I went to uni with Erdl. But yeah, no, it is actually like weird. It's like, I know the basic logic of how to do like movement and like the camera movement. I know the sort of mechanics. It's just implementing the engine that probably takes the most amount of time. So in something like Unity, I can usually get that set up probably in 30 to 45 minutes. And here, you know, it definitely took me a bit longer, but that's okay, because I'm still trying to make sure that everything is working as it goes, and I'm still pretty confident that the ideas I have for this game are going to be fairly simple to implement, especially with the tools that Godot has available. So that's exciting. I'm really, I want to spruce it up a bit. I'm actually really hoping I get the gameplay done. Can we say first half of the 25 days? That would be nuts. Because that was a lot for day one. Like, we're 1/25 of the way in. We've got movement and camera movement, and it's not perfect. And I'm honestly, that could be really cocky of me to say. And like, theoretically, I could have already pre-done this, and it probably would have been in the spirit of the challenge. But I wanted to show like just how I start off most 3D game projects. I feel like that's kind of important. It's kind of okay. But yeah, I'm happy with how that went. I'm happy with the first hour, and I guess we'll see how the next few go. But if I can really focus on mechanics, really focus on getting that out the door, just getting it working, I think. Oh, Rubel's asleep. I really think that then I can actually just work on a bit of visual flair, or I can add more features. So it really is. It's really one of the two, I think. Yeah. This is. I was not expecting to get this much done in the first day. So that gives me sort of a level of confidence of like, oh, okay, well, if I dedicate each one of these days to try and accomplish this one task, then it might just be a matter of the second half of this is fairly chill. Because currently all the features I have planned out, I know how I want to implement, which is what made this not easy, but considerably simpler. I think most of the time when you're making a game, especially a game jam, you have to obviously think of the feature and then you have to figure out how to implement that. And then you also like eventually you'll think of a feature halfway through making your game and you need to figure out how to implement that within the grand scope of your game and your code base. And that's difficult. You can write your code in a way so it is less difficult, especially if you write it in a very modular way. But it's still a challenge every time, really. And I think that me being able to pre-plan things and figure out how to do things and having like a general idea right off the bat, I think that's good. I think actually that's a lesson. It's a lesson for everyone. A little PSA at the end of it is that if you're doing a game jam, don't skip that planning phase. Don't know what you want to make before you start making it. And if you're not sure, then consolidate your ideas. If you're like, oh, okay, I have these sort of 3 maybes, but I don't know, I need to find the fun. I would recommend like figuring out what the basic version of those 3 things, basically like try and link those 3 ideas together into one idea that is like, obviously that's not what you want to make, and that's so basic and you would never put that out and you never finish with that. But get that done, and then when you've got that done, try bits of each 3 ideas and figure out what you want to do. Because I feel like once you're at that base point, then you want to branch off, then you want to know what you're going to do and then do it. Because if you don't know that, if you're just messing around, adding things, you're wasting a lot of time. And time is so precious in game jams. We've got a little bit of time left. I think not the last game jam I did, but like the second to last was one of Mark Brown's Game Maker toolkits, and it was a really stressful experience for me because it was just a 48-hour thing. I was trying to be like fairly relaxed about it, but it was like a fairly big scope game. It was like a little mini open world. It had like all these text systems and audio systems. I wanted it to be like really polished, and it did. It looked lovely. It looked polished. It looked great, and I'm happy with it, even if the mechanics were not the most advanced ever. And about an hour before the deadline, I fully deleted the entire thing. I deleted the main scene, which is where almost all of the level setup had done. So the scripting still existed, but the scripting, because I had written it so quickly, entirely relied on essentially just like connections in between the levels and things set up in a certain way and text doing this and properties. And so I had to recreate that and also the level in 1 hour. And it's so insane because like obviously if I had been using version control that weekend, which I just hadn't been because I was like, oh, it's such a short amount of time, it's such a thing, that would have been a load of stress off my mind. And it was also at a time where like he was taking like email submissions for like people that were having trouble, whatever. And I did send him an email, but he was just like, that doesn't count. You're not having internet problems. And I was like, fair enough. That sucks, but whatever. I do understand it because yeah, I'm sure he gets tons of emails. But it was one of those things where I did get something out. It did work. It had a major bug where the music made it almost unplayable. You had to turn off the music, otherwise your ears would just like hurt. But I did actually get a functional thing out, and then I felt really bad about it for ages, like for the whole week of the reviewing it was happening. And eventually I was like, you know what, once the actual competition ended, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go back to it. And that's what this was M for mature, so that's why there's a definitive edition. I went back, I re-implemented all of the stuff that had to be cut by me, sort of hodgepodging the game back together, and then I added a bunch more stuff, and I made the graphics a lot more sort of cleaner, and the backgrounds and the UI much nicer, and I'm very happy with sort of how it came out. I even changed the story a little bit, so that's it's one of my more polished games, and I think it's a pretty good addition to my portfolio. But that was definitely one of those ones where I was like, bro, that sucks so bad. And it's obviously something that you should try and protect yourself about game jams, but it's also another thing that I feel like it made me stop wanting to do them, because 47 hours of work defined by, just basically removed by one mistake was so gut-wrenching. And that's not the only way that can happen. Even version control can't be perfect. I mean, it can usually be pretty good, but yeah. Anyway, we're at the end of the stream now. Thank you everyone for showing up, and I guess we'll be doing it probably not same time tomorrow, probably a bit later, maybe 8 p.m. or potentially earlier, because I realized this kind of conflicted with when I had dinner. So I'll probably schedule it at some point, maybe tomorrow morning. But yeah, like and subscribe, and thanks for stopping by.